Hello everybody. Today I'm going to be showing you some interesting contrast between all the different vehicles that I find at this lot. And I love coming back here because it's on the back of several dealerships. Nobody really bothers me. I mean, there's cameras all over the place, but nobody ever approached me here, and I get to do what I do. So we're going to start off with this 2007 Ford Focus. And I always wondered, you know, why did the manufacturers always make like the compact car like so uninspiring, so bland? There's like no redeeming features as far as the styling goes. I mean, it kind of looks like a very small Taurus, kind of, but not really. The back of it actually reminds me of a Honda Civic of a certain generation. You know, you have black plastic everywhere, which I understand. If it's a base model, you don't want to, you know, the profits on this thing is so little that you don't want to invest all the money in it, because you want to sell hopefully a more, you know, upscale, whatever, Fusion or Taurus or whatever, you know. But man, this thing is rough. All right, you have some corroding or chipped hubcaps. You have the good old-fashioned bubble all over the place. Look at that. Oh god, it's actually, I think there's actually water in it right now. So it's a 2007 right there, and it is unlocked, so we'll look at it. No need to hide an antenna any way, shape, or form. Just let it stick out. Look how this is discolored already. And it looks like probably some water might be leaking, because you see, that's what I had on mine. This plastic separates from the glass, allowing the water to free flow in there and, you know, cause some trouble. I mean, I do see some Ford 500. I think I said Taurus, but it's actually Ford 500 of that era. Like you can kind of see in the front. You know, what's chrome on a town car here, there's just, you know, it's a hint of would-be chrome, but no chrome here. Yeah, look at this. And oh wow, it's really flimsy too. All right, well, let's look inside. Oh, okay, you know what, I originally just pulled the door handle. I didn't sniff inside. Right here, somebody smoked like a freaking chimney in here, which you can see from cigarette burns. I'm not gonna sit in here because I think I will get a headache. But oh, look at this. Quarter, a bunch of sunglasses, cord, a candy. Wow. Well, I'm not gonna take it, but it's interesting what people just leave. And this is obviously a trade-in car. And look at this. So, all right, so starting off, so I've seen these things with crank windows. I don't know what trim level this is, but this is interesting to see. You know, the auto down feature and these clickable buttons. I always liked it. And look, Focus. They didn't put a brand name for stereo. They just put Focus. All right. Yep, so you have everything manual, of course. It looks like somebody tried painting like a little accents here, because that's not factory stuff. That's definitely somebody tried doing that. Okay, well, gotta give them credit for introducing a little style. Yep, the good old-fashioned standard MP3 though, so that's nice. You know, I have an 06 town car. I don't think it plays MP3s. This one does. Cruise control. So yeah, I don't think this is the very base model. This is probably the one above that, because you have the power stuff of cruise control, which I don't think these came as standard. All right, these I liked. You know, they're kind of simple looking shifter. Yep, I've seen a lot of these without this armrest, so like I said, I do believe these are a little bit above the very base model. Let's look at the trunk. Well, might as well take full advantage. And you know, I mentioned about leaking inside, but no, I don't see any rust here, so maybe I'm wrong. All right, well, in the back, of course, there's not a whole lot to look at. And it's interesting how they integrate the power window switches in here. And yeah, I don't know, I always like these little clicking switches. And then here you got the trunk. Not the biggest, but you know, not the smallest either. And look at this, you got third brake light to just open here. No lighting of any kind here on the lid. And then you have a little light, and it looks like they're trying to wire something. You got a dangling wire, and the back seats fold down. So, all right, that's a good find. I have my car running. I didn't think I would spend so much time in here. And then look at this. So I wonder, you know, what kind of person trades in, right? Like you see, this is a trade. So one of these dealerships, so that's a Toyota. I think that's a Mazda dealership. What kind of a person trades in this G Wagon? Look, it's a 2012 550, no AC. Let's see, I wonder, is it unlocked? See, this one, no lock. What year? 2012. Like, what did they trade in for this? You know, please don't tell me like a new Corolla or something like that. But man, these cars, although I would never, if I had the money, I would never buy one of these things. It's just not what I do. But I always loved how they're so unapologetic. You have exposed screws everywhere. You have, you know, I mean, the interior, I know that the current models, they are pretty luxurious. I've seen plenty of videos. But all these things that make the G Wagon so cool, you know, they're just, they don't care. Like, they know that there's a certain type of person who wants the biggest and the baddest. And this is it right here. You have, you know, basically a brick on wheels that, once again, it can go, you know, probably off-road very well. Look, it's got 74,000 miles. It's got the luxurious interior, you know, for that era, which I can show you via picture. But, you know, people, for every one person who actually does take this car to where it can shine, nobody's going to be doing it. Everybody's going to be just using it for your day-to-day driving to the office and back looking boss. And, you know, who cares? So, all right. Since I filmed the Ford Focus, here's a Hyundai Accent, which something horrible happened to it right up here. I don't know if somebody just like sideswiped it or what, but man, this thing had it rough. Look, it like tore off in here something. It is locked. I'm surprised that Focus was unlocked. So yeah, all right. There was one other car in this row that I kind of wanted to show you. Let's see, it's right up here. It's not super interesting. Well, you know what? Might as well look at the Saturn Vue. I didn't even see it. 2005. Man, locked. I got lucky with that. Look, it had also some damage, so they've marked it, so they're probably thinking of fixing it at some point. Whoa, there's a bunny right there that just darted. Yeah, I never liked this style. You know, I don't know. It looks, there's so many things happening right here. And the interiors were always kind of so. Yeah, like it had, you know, the Equinox of that era was the same thing. And weird door handles too. So, okay, yeah. So where I was going with this, let's see, is this thing unlocked? Denali? Nope. I think I've seen this Denali here before. Yeah, this thing, the Mazda 6 from 2010, 163,000 miles, and it is unlocked. See, I didn't know that, so we'll unlock it and we'll look at it. Now, you know, at some point Mazda was down with Ford, so it shared some of its things, but this was a weird one. Like, I see some RX-8 in it, like with the front styling, but man, look how messed up these headlights are. It looks like somebody tried fixing them but didn't do very well, or maybe they just came back. I think I see some like moss or something growing in there. All right, so this looks like a base model judging by the hubcaps and let's see, and I think, yeah, it's got cloth interior. We'll look at it. Hopefully it smells better than the other one, than the Focus is. I think it actually looks better from the back than it does from the front. You know, for some reason, I like the Mazda 626, you know, before it switched into the whole 6 territory, but I don't think this car really kind of ever had anything special to compete with the Camrys and the Accords, and, or even the Tauruses of this era. So, let's see. All right, smells okay. All right, good. Yeah, so it does have this weird pattern in the seat. You know, this is like normal material. This is some sort of a plasticky material. All right, let's see. Starting from here, okay, you got all the basics. Mirrors, windows, locks. Looks like this is a painted plastic because some of it just comes off very easily. Lots of blank switches, which is a given. I always like this little cubby. With some. All right, we'll open the trunk. Gauges do kind of look nice. All right. A little slid display there with not a whole lot of buttons, but you know, looks kind of nice. No auto climate here, but you did have the plus and the minus. All right. You know, not too bad, but like I said, you know, Mazda has always been kind of an underdog. You know, I think it's the smallest or one of the smallest Japanese manufacturers, so it can't really compete with the big dogs. But you know, they tried. Whoops. They tried, but I don't think they could ever sell as many. Okay. No, decent trunk, and I like how the hinges are outside so they don't impede on the luggage, so that's kind of nice. Mazda logo looks kind of nice. Alright, so there you go. Got to show you some weird selections here. But, you know, that's how I like to spend my Sundays. There's an Acura. What is this? TSX. Locked? Yep, because I see the little thing. Oh, that's a good. No, that's a good looking. That's a good looking car. Like, I would rather look at this car than that. But you know, in all honesty, I'd much rather be looking at this car. This is it. All right, everybody. We'll see you next time.